are now America's team. Well, at least that according to the Harris poll taken in mid-September. The Broncos replaced the Cowboys, who finished as America's team for each of the last 6 seasons. Dallas falls to number 4 behind the Broncos, Giants, and Packers. All right, discussion we often have on our show. NFL analyst.
This is going to be, I'm sorry, go ahead.
NFL analyst Brian Dawkins joins us. And before, how are you first off?
I'm fine, I'm blessed, thank you.
You are, you always say that. I appreciate your pleasantness. All right, Skip Bayless.
Yes.
Are you surprised that your Cowboys are no longer, according to the Harris poll, officially America's team?
I'm shocked. I'm just going to be honest about this. This is a bunch of baloney.
Oh, okay.
It's just wrong because it's unfair and misleading how this poll was taken. We all know that the Dallas Cowboys have always been and still are and will be America's team. He has found it out here in the last 24 hours because he was forced to wear a Tony Romo jersey, and he was shocked at how many Cowboy fans came out of the woodwork to comment on said jersey.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. You said everywhere you turn, people were
but I
talking
wasn't
about
shocked by that.
Oh, okay, because they're everywhere.
I didn't say that. Don't engage in hyperbole.
America doesn't run on Dunkin' Donuts. It runs on Dallas Cowboys. That's what it runs on. It runs on the Cowboys. So let's look at this poll. Only 1,300 of those polled said that they were actually followers of the National Football League. So that's a pretty small sample size. And you pointed out that the poll was taken between September 10th and 17th. So all these poor people had to go on was the opening game in which the Dallas Cowboys were blown out at home in the first half by the San Francisco 49ers, who led 28-3 at halftime. So they're all looking around saying, well, I love Peyton Manning. His jersey is still the second best seller in the league. We all love Peyton Manning. So, okay, maybe it should be the Broncos. If you're telling me that Peyton Manning is the most popular player in pro football, I can buy that. But if you're telling me that the Cowboys are no longer America's team, that's a bunch of hogwash.
Okay, let me get this right. Hogwash.
Yes.
Baloney. Okay, and this is
balderdash.
Balderdash. And this is an unfair poll because all they had to go on was a week 1 loss.
Was one loss.
So this is completely biased.
If you retook the poll right now, of course, 10,000 people would want to participate in the poll, but not 10,000, a million people want to participate, and they would all vote for the Dallas Cowboys to be America's team because they are back, baby.
Are you surprised, my friend?
So you're basically saying that America's team has very fickle fans.
No.
That's what you're saying?
No, but I don't know if these are Cowboy fans who got polled. There are only 1,300 who said they even follow the NFL.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I don't know that.
It doesn't surprise me. And Skip, to your point, the winning of the Denver Broncos as of late, I think, has grabbed a lot of folk to jump on the bandwagon.
And you were a Bronco, so
Absolutely.
you know, and it is a big deal to be a Bronco in Denver, Colorado.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is the likability of some of the guys. If you Peyton Manning, as you just mentioned, Demaryius Thomas, Julian Thomas, there's a lot of likable guys. But even with Champ when he was there, there's a lot of guys that are likable to a lot of fans. So I think that endears fans to join in. If you don't have a true team, if you're one of those fickle fans that are sitting out there, you may want to join in and join the bandwagon because this is a likable team. And the other thing is they've been winning consistently over the last couple of years. So they're expected to do some great things. And let's face it, me being a defensive guy, this is going to hurt me to say it, but fans like to see points put up. And the Denver offense, for the most part, they've struggled a little bit this year. But for the most part, they do a good job of putting points on the board. And I forget about my man Wes Welker. He's very likable as well. So there's likability.
I don't consider him a Bronco, but that's okay.
Yeah, but as of right now, he is. And you know, I think that's the reason why this poll kind of swung this way.
Bottom line is simple. It sickens me to admit this, but this poll is bogus.
Thank you.
There's no way on earth that the Giants should be number 2 in this poll. It just shouldn't be. I mean, when you talk about popularity, I mean, listen, I'm not going to sit there and say that the Cowboys are the most loved team in the nation. I will say they're most popular in terms of being loved or hated.
Yep.
Of course, people like you and myself can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
can.
I mean, it don't bother me at all. As far as I'm concerned, the haters might as well love me because ain't nothing but love that come from the hate. So I'm good. So the point that I'm talking about in various other ways. The more haters you have, the more love you'll find out.
Get your haters up.
There you go. Get your haters up. Listen to Cat Williams. He'll tell you about that. There's a different story for another day. The point that I'm trying to make to you is this. When you look at the Broncos, that's about Peyton Manning. And Peyton Manning is loved, because, believe it or not, because he's Peyton Manning. What I mean by that is that, have you ever talked to this guy? This guy's class personified. He's an incredibly nice man. Good dude. He's hilarious. I think he should be hosting Saturday Night Live when he stops playing. He's hysterical, okay? Peyton Manning is an all-around great dude. And so the fact that he's a great football player, plus he's a great dude, basically finds you in a position where you're never rooting against him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You don't want any harm to come to him. You don't want him to get embarrassed in the Super Bowl. You don't want stuff like that to happen to him. But to me, Tom Brady is more popular than Peyton Manning because Tom Brady evokes jealousy. I mean, you look at Tom Brady, you go like this, damn, he looks good. Look at that top 4 blazer.
Isn't that why a lot of people hate him?
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what that's what I just finished pointing to about how they hate. You see, in other words, you know, there's different types of likability. There are guys that are really liked, but those who are most popular are the ones that have more haters. More haters, people with more haters are actually more popular because there's never indifference. Always remember, Skip, the death of it all. You understand what I'm saying? Just like with relationships, the death of popularity is not whether somebody loves or hates you, it's when they're indifferent to you. And in Peyton Manning's case, even though he's loved, you tinker towards indifference because he's Peyton Manning. I mean, what's there to say about him? There's nothing bad to say about him. Whereas Tom Brady, damn, he looks good. Look at that Tom Ford blazer. You see his wife with that commercial? No wonder he married Tom. Damn, I mean, Tom Brady got it good. You know, the mansion, they showed the house that they bought in the off season. You see all of this stuff. You don't know any of that about Peyton Manning. You don't know anything about Peyton Manning. You don't see, you don't know how long he's been married. You don't know his kids look like. You don't know anything about Peyton Manning. You know nothing about him. You just know he's a great football player and an incredibly nice guy. But Tom Brady.
They're only 8th on this
But
list,
what I'm saying to you is the Patriots should be above. The Patriots are the only team that should be above the Cowboys. That's basically my point.
All right, Brian Dawkins, just sticking around, right? You hang out? Let's talk about the Steelers when you come back. Are they soft? That is the question.
Wow.
One former coach says yes.